Hi, I'm Johnny Magic here at H-Line Conversions again. Today we're going to be talking about the H-2 Hummer conversion. Phase 1, we of course disassembled the vehicle. Phase 2, we actually have now installed the Duramax diesel into the vehicle. And in this example, we use the LBZ. The LBZ actually communicates best with the Hummer line up to like 08, 09. Then the LMM works well. But if you buy an LMM motor, that's fine. You just have to put the LBZ harness and all that kind of stuff on there. So you know, obviously to start with, we had to remove the original engine, transmission, transfer case out of the vehicle. In order to do that, there's 12 body bolts located on the vehicle, 6 on each side, and of course the steering shaft and some hoses and belts and conductor valves and spark plugs and all that kind of crap. Pull all that stuff off. It's all in the structural manual. And lift the body up, remove the original drivetrain, throw it out in the street. Thermal efficiency is only 20%. You're adding a 40% thermal efficient motor. Twice as good, twice the power, twice the reliability. Great choice. To install the motor, we actually have towers that actually bolt to the frame. And there's a modification that goes with that or whatever. Very slight. You don't need nothing else than a Sawzall, a cutoff wheel, plasma cutter, or whatever you got. I mean, it's very simple or whatever. And once you do that, then you set the motor in there. The first thing you're going to find out once the motor's in place is the transmission mount has to be reversed. So basically the transmission mount is forward, and in the, you know, of course the Allison transmission is like a big huge monster. You have to reverse that, and during the reversal process you'll have to cut off a little bit more. Very simple. It's a small welding, and if you can't weld it, the instructional video comes with the information associated with the modifications to send down to your local shop. They'll probably charge you like 25 bucks to weld it up. No biggie. Or it's a good time to go out actually and buy your own little welder. So once that's installed, there's a few things that we do prior to putting the body on. One is run the exhaust. Second is the fuel tank. The actual fuel tank on the H-2 Hummer has a electric fuel pump for the 6-liter. Well, you don't need that on the diesel. It doesn't care about no fuel pumps and stuff. So we have a new fuel sender that goes in there, and you run fuel lines. And of course, in our case, in our example, we use like a Viton lined fuel line that comes in the kit, so you can run your biodiesel, your vegetable oil, your motor oil, whatever oil that you want to put in the tank. You can just run it as a fuel, and you won't have to change those lines. They'll be fine with all that. Some of the other things that we have to do prior to reinstalling the body is ventilation on the fuel tank. You know, if you ever went to a gas station and grabbed the wrong thing and it was green, that was like diesel fuel. And if you looked at the nozzle on it, which won't fit into your fuel receptacle, it's like huge. So there's a modification that you'll do to the fuel port, and then also most importantly is all those for diesel fuel is like high volume. So whatever it took you before to fill up your gasoline engine as far as time frame is now cut in half with diesel fuel because it fills a lot quicker. So there's a vent modification that you'll do to the fuel tank to be able to, accept that high volume fuel into that tank. The tank itself is plastic. It doesn't care if it's biodiesel or, water or gas or whatever. So you're totally fine there. No worries. So at this point in time, we've done the modifications we spoke of. The engine's in there, the transmission's in there, the transfer case. We just put it all. We kind of like pre-assemble it, set it all in there. We already went ahead and put the front drive shaft on there. The front engine mounts only have 3 bolts per side. It's just kind of like a drop and go or plug and play type of deal. Setting in there ready, and we're going to go ahead and drop the body down at this time. And it's good to have a couple spotters or whatever. If you don't move the vehicle during the disassembly or reassembly, then you're fine. But I guarantee you, I've never been able after, they haven't been able to, after 300 conversions, not move the body. So what they do is they mark the tires prior to moving the frame out to remove the old drivetrain and stuff. So if you mark it on the ground, then you can easily roll it back and everything will just fit like it should. Magic here at H-Line Conversions. Thank you for watching the video. We'll see you.